Alright, what is going on, guys? We got another battle. We got the Sacramento Klinks. I like the guitarist. I like the guitarist. Very stylish. Against... How do I hide rooms? I swear I was able to before. I don't know why I'm so bad right now. But I'll just exit. Oh, wait. It's this. There we go. Alright, we got the Sacramento Klinks against the Seattle Sceptiles. Waddy, the coach of the Seattle Sceptiles, is a good player at VGC, but this is like his debut in singles. And Sacramento Klinks, this is his first battle ever on Showdown in competitive before he's just done Pokemon Go as his most competitive way of doing Pokemon. Oh no, Waddy got the lead prediction right, sending out Tyranitar while the Klinks let out with Gengar. Good start for the Sceptiles, but Gengar does have Focus Blast, and Waddy has to be wary of that. And yeah, it might be holding a Chople Berry to weaken the Focus Blast, and then that would get rid of Gengar right away. But yeah, so either a Focus Blast or a Substitute should be coming out with Gengar. Gengar has to be afraid of the switch because of the move Pursuit, but honestly, I don't think the coach of the Sacramento Klinks even knows what that move does. He did dash Tyranitar instead of dash DT Tyranitar. And he went for a Shadow Ball, which was the worst possible move. If he had Focus Blast, should have went for it there. Tyranitar was 4 weaknesses. he got a critical hit, but it does not matter at all because Gengar is a frail piece of shit. That was kind of mean. I love Gengar, but it's frail. Doesn't like the hacks on the crit. But Sacramento Klinks does have Hitmontop to go do for Tyranitar. He also has Rhyperior. He has Mamoswine. He has Flygon. His whole team deals with Tyranitar besides Gengar, and he went for a Shadow Ball on it. Just showing them the commands, because you know me, Shadow Vet, been on it since 2012. Alright, good. He goes into Hitmontop, gets the Intimidate off. And now he has a free, I would say free close combat, but Waddy does have a Spiritomb. I mean, if the Klinks have Foresight, they could go for it here to predict the switch in the Spiritomb and then be able to just follow up with the close combat. But I know for a fact they don't because I helped them build this team. But we're not going to say that on air. But yeah, Spiritomb comes out. It's Ghost type. Hitmontop can't do anything to it. And yeah, the Spiritomb is going to be a problem. It's going to throw off a Will-O-Wisp here, and that weakens all of his other Pokemon because he does not have a way of dealing with Spiritomb well. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. Spiritomb should just throw off a free Will-O-Wisp. It's the freest Will-O-Wisp of his life. And yeah, if I was the Klinks here, I would go into Mamoswine probably and just throw off either a Stealth Rock or an Earthquake. This was not a good team matchup. Hitmontop goes for an Earthquake, which was not the play because he needs Hitmontop to stay healthy to deal with Tyranitar and Excadrill. I mean, Earthquake was the best way of hitting Spiritomb. I mean, I guess that's actually a decent play to get a little bit of chip on Spiritomb, since Hitmontop doesn't do much besides wall his physical attackers, but he needs to switch out Hitmontop now if he wants to have a fighting chance. And again, I think Mamoswine is the most expendable member just to throw off an Earthquake. I mean, it will pick up a kill on Spiritomb. He goes for another Earthquake. No, dude, you need to switch out top now. And the Spiritomb does use its Citrus Berry to get back a little bit of health. But Klinks, you need to switch it out. Go into Mamo. Going to actually Azumarill would be the play here. All right, he goes for another Earthquake, and Rotom comes in on it, takes nothing because of the Levitate ability, and top is just getting whittled down even more. Not like the sand is canceled out by the lefties, but the burn is really doing a number on him right now. So now the play is to go into Flygon, but again, a Will-O-Wisp can come out. Volt Switch probably won't since the Klinks did bring 3 ground types. Honestly, a Hydro Pump might as well come out. So we're gonna see what happens here. A Will-O-Wisp or a Hydro Pump on Wadi's side. Volt Switch actually does come out, and he keeps Hitmontop in. The Hitmontop is staying in. Spiritomb comes back out on an Earthquake. I guess you could call that a prediction. I am baffled by that play. But I guess Hitmontop is just gonna be sacked here. I mean, Spiritomb did get really heavily chipped, which is good for Azumarill, honestly everybody. But if he wants to win, he goes into Flygon here on a double to Rotom. All right, now he has to remember that Rotom does have a Levitate. He probably doesn't realize it has Will-O-Wisp. Or has access to Will-O-Wisp. This might be a Scarf Rotom, actually. We only saw it go for a Volt Switch, and it did a hefty chunk to Hitmontop, be it being max HP and has naturally good Spit F. Flygon should either go for Outrage or U-turn here, and it probably will. Outrage would be good to get some chip off, but he needs Flygon. Flygon would be a good late game cleaner here. He needs Flygon's health for to take an Excadrill's Iron Head. So a U-turn would be a move I could see coming out here. He goes for an Earthquake on the Rotom, which throws off a Hidden Power Ice, and down goes Flygon. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. A Mamoswine comes in, which also can't do much. So we did show off a Hidden Power Ice, and it can't really tell if it's offensive or not because of the critical hit, but it was good that he went into Mamo if it's a choice Rotom, which it has a chance to be. Mamo can throw up the rocks here. It could go for an Icicle Crash. Hopefully it does not go for an Earthquake. Oh, the Sash lives with the Mamoswine, and he goes for an Earthquake, and Rotom's Levitate. I'm just going to show this real quick in the chat. Maybe he'll learn this time. Okay. He goes for a Shard to get a little bit of chip damage, which is good. He misses the Hydro Pump. It's fair, it's fair, it's fair. But yeah, so Mamo could throw off another Ice Shard to get some last ditch damage off. We see that the Rotom is leftovers, so it's most likely a physically defensive Rotom. It only took 12%. Rotom throws off the Will-O-Wisp to do, since it's more accurate. That's not a bad play at all. That's actually a really good play. So the Mammo goes down. So let's see what happens here. Rhyperior can come in, set up a Swords Dance and a Rock Polish and probably clean up a good chunk of the team. There's an Excadrill sitting there. This was honestly not a good matchup. Right now, Rhyperior does come out. It is holding a Pasha Berry. I could tell you guys that. Probably shouldn't have, but you will see in a minute. So Rhyperior should set up a Swords Dance or a Rock Polish here. Wisp comes out, which can't. Oh, but he gets a crit, and Rotom takes a hefty chunk. There you go. There you go. So Rotom does unfortunately still live because of the burn. Willow did land. So yeah, Rhyperior is not looking too healthy here. Got the burn, but we still have, or the Klinks still do have. Oh, and look at that! Clutch live with the Pasho Berry, and Rhyperior picks up the kill on Rotom. There you go. But it's a double down, as the burn does unfortunately take out Rhyperior. So Wadi is free to go into Mew, I would say. Excadrill should not come out right now. I wonder what that Smeargle is, actually. That's interesting that he brought that. So yeah, and the Klinks should go into Azumarill here and try to break through in a last-ditch effort. Mew comes out, and Hitmontop comes out. Not a good turn for the Klinks there. Hitmontop can only really, I mean, he can throw off a Mach Punch to try to get some last-ditch damage out on Mew, but Mew will probably just heal that all off. But if this was a physically offensive Mew, which I don't foresee, the Intimidate was a good thing to do. Good play, I guess. But yeah, it looks like Hitmontop is going to go down here. He goes for a Mach Punch, does 3%, not bad. Oh, but the Mew sets up a nasty plot, and that is looking like a GG. Hitmontop does go down, and if Mew has Thunderbolt, that's it. Azumarill could throw off some last-ditch Aqua Jets. That's the only possible way. If the Sceptiles get a little greedy and go for a couple nasty plots, Azumarill gets a few crits with Aqua Jet, he's right back in this game. Psychic throws down Azumarill to 1%. It's a Life Orb Mew. Waterfall comes out, and unfortunately does not pick up the KO, but the Sand does. I'm going to rule that a kill for Azumarill. And I can't do that, actually. I don't know how to score that on the card. But that is the game. It is a 4-0 in Wadi's favor, coach of the Seattle Sceptiles. But yeah, good game, and that is it for this battle.